not the creator. It yields to parched souls and barren land. Asherah eats at Jezebel's table. Why? Because she feeds off of intimidation and control. Intimidation controls you, right? Because you fear going without. You fear being plundered and robbed and unprovided for and unprotected. And so now you have to be the one to control the variables, right? So now so Asherah, she's feeding off of intimidation and control, because that intimidation is controlling you. So you don't trust God, right? So if God ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna have to do it. And so there's now a misplaced trust. You've placed your trust in yourself, in your own abilities. And that's Asherah's goal. So Baal tries to get you to bow your knee to a counterfeit Lord and pledge your allegiance to him. And he works with Asherah. Oftentimes in the scripture, every time we see Baal, there's also Asherah erected right next to him. So they work together because they're trying to get you to place your trust in that false god and for prosperity and fertility. But when you do, you only get parched and barren results. So Baal is trying to get you to pledge your allegiance, thinking that if you do this, you'll get that. If you just bow down to me instead of God, I'll give you all of this, right? He's trying to get your allegiance, and he's trying to get you to and the reason why you even trust him is because of Asherah. Because if you just misplace your trust, if you put it in Asherah instead of God, then you'll have prosperity, you'll have fertility. But the gag is, you're not going to have prosperity, you're going to have parched. You're not going to have fertility, you're going to have barrenness. And so this is a generational altar that has been erected. It's an allegiance to Baal when you think your allegiance is to God, right? It's you placing your trust in Asher instead of God. So you try to be your own God, you try to make your own moves, and you get your own money and make it all work by your own hand, and you cut out faith and you cut out God. And every time you think you have to pound the pavement, you have to rob Peter to pay Paul, you have to make ends meet, you look to God as one of your resources and not your one and only true source, you've bowed your knee to Baal and Asherah. Now, it may not be money or, things of that nature. Baal could be love, right? People feel like their clock is running out, and they feel like they don't have a lot of time left. They feel like, I have to do the things. We have to make it happen, because it feels like God is not going to give it to me. Anytime you have an expected hope, and God is supposed to fill that thing, and you feel like God ain't gonna keep his end of the bargain, and you misplace your trust, that's you bowing your knee to Baal and placing your trust in Asherah. One of the places that we see this is with Gideon. But stay tuned for part 2.